Hi, it's been a while. Now, before we get into this video, I have an idea for you guys. I want some feedback on this, okay? $1 million idea. I have been told off by a lot of people. I've been told it's impossible, but see for yourselves. Okay, so, you've heard of scented candles, but have you heard of flavored candles? No, I don't mean flavors of smells. I mean flavors of eating. Food candles. That's what they're going to be called. Could you imagine? It's just like a gobstopper, you know. Instead of like licking the ball, nope, not gonna say that all the way through. Instead of putting the gobstopper into your mouth, you burn the candle down, and then the taste of the candle changes depending on how far you've burned it through. Yes, Shark Tank, I'll be taking your money now. Okay, but on to the point of the video. We're talking about Overwatch 2. Now, you may have seen that it's out now, that it exists, and you also may have seen my video from about 2 years ago, where I talk about how the idea of Overwatch 2, it sucks, but yeah, it's out. We can play it. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you why it's actually okay. It's actually not that bad. And you can watch my wicked Ana gameplay and be in awe of my talent and raw skill. Okay, so yes, you might be coming into this video with the idea that Overwatch 2 sucks, and in some ways it kind of does. The launch of the game was absolutely awful. People were waiting in queue times for like hours on end, myself being one of those people, and overall it just didn't get off to the best start. But after having played the game for a few hours, after having placed my placement games in support, I can now tell you with certainty that it ain't that bad. I mean, it's not like setting the gaming world on fire with how new and intuitive it is. That's definitely not the case. But it's okay. Starting off with the 5v5, it actually kind of works. And by actually kind of works, I mean it actually kind of works better than the 6v6, which is not something that I thought that I'd be saying. The 5v5 makes the game a heck of a lot faster, and that's a good thing for a game like this. You kind of want it to be a lot more on based upon skill and upon like how many shots you can hit, rather than just like who gets their ultimate first and who doesn't throw it into the ball of meat health thing the wrong way. And that's what Overwatch 1 had become by the end of the game. It was who could get ult faster and who had more shields. And now, there's only like 2 shields in the entire game, unless you count Zarya Bubble. But don't be a gooper, don't count Zarya Bubble. The game overall plays a heck of a lot faster, and it's a lot more about pure skill than it is about team composition and kind of things on the enemy team that you can't control. There definitely is still a lot of team play, and that's kind of what makes Overwatch really good and really fun in my opinion. But it's that combined with the skill, and I just think overall it makes it a much better experience for not only newer players, but older players coming back playing the roles such as support or damage. It just feels a heck of a lot better. Now, I'm lucky. There's a lot of squads out there that had 6 people that had to drop their least favorite friend, and I get that that sucks. Now, me, on the other hand, I do not have 5 other friends. I only have a max of 2 at a time that are willing to play this game with me, so I'm totally okay. However, I don't like how they reworked the tanks. I mean, in a way I like it, but I personally don't like playing as the new tanks. I don't enjoy playing as much of a brawly playstyle. I really like to be the tactical factor of using your abilities in a way that could keep you safe, but also mess up the enemy team. And just overall, like, I enjoyed maintaining frontline. I enjoyed being that, like, #1 guy. And now, like, you can still be that, but since you don't have an off tank, or another tank to watch your back, you're kind of having to be everywhere at once, and it just doesn't feel as good. There's also much more emphasis on tanks doing damage now, and oftentimes the team that wins is the one with the tank that does more damage. it's just how it is. It's just my thoughts, my opinions. It's just what I'm seeing so far. And I don't love that. I mean, I understand, I get why they want to make tanks more like brawly and able to do more things. They kind of want to make tanks mini raid bosses in a way, but it's just not the things that I enjoyed about tank. I enjoyed the fact that I could do damage if I wanted to, but it wasn't necessarily expected the same way to carry damage wise. But overall, I do think that 5v5 is a plus. I've swapped over to support, and I personally love the idea and like the way that support plays. I think that, like, yes, they do have to work harder to stay alive, but I personally find that to be like a kind of exciting mini game within the bigger game, and I just really enjoy it. I think characters like Zen, Bap, Ana, overall, yes, they have to work harder to stay alive, but they can also impact the game a heck of a lot more with less shields and less overall, like, frontline presence. So yeah, it's been really enjoyable so far. Now, I'm gonna quickly talk about the Battle Pass, and I'll just get it out of the way and say, yeah, it sucks. I don't like the fact that you can't have all the characters unlocked when you initially get into the game. I think that's really dumb. I don't think that it's healthy for the game. However, I think it's a better alternative than loot boxes. Now, obviously, as we know, Overwatch 1 didn't block any characters. They had all their characters available at the start of the game. You could get any character that you wanted as soon as you bought the game. However, I think if the alternative was putting loot boxes back in and having the characters blocked behind a loot box wall, I would much rather have the Battle Pass. No questions asked. Not even like... I'm speechless, okay? That's such a dumb idea. Why would you bring that up, you idiot? I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell. But yeah, while the Battle Pass sucks, this might be me being glass half full. I think it's better than the alternative, to be completely honest with you. Finally, I'm going to talk about the new characters. So you might be wondering who the new characters are. Overwatch Man 1, Overwatch Man 2, and Overwatch Woman 3. No, I'm kidding. Those are not the new characters. Do some goddamn research. So first off, as a tank, we have Junker Queen. She's really fun. I'm not going to go through all of her abilities here. I am not a dictionary. Like I said, go do some damn research. But she's got, like, this cool anti-heal mechanic that Ana also uses. And she's got, like, a bleed mechanic, which has never really been in the game so far. And I think it is actually really, really fun to use. It doesn't even feel that bad to play against either, which is great because Blizzard never does that. She's not great competitive-wise. Like, if you're trying to play her in the high ranks, you're probably gonna lose because she kind of doesn't do anything really well, but she's super fun to play. They did a great job with making her feel satisfying, with making her abilities feel like they have impact, and with overall, just making her seem like a badass bitch. Moving on to Sojourn. Sojourn is a DPS. She's kind of like Soldier if he was Canadian and better. She's got a railgun that she can charge up with her primary fire, and it's really, really, really satisfying to use and to kill people with. I mean, I am biased because she is Canadian, and she is cooler than any other character in the game because of that. But yeah, she's fun. She's cool. Like I said, she's kind of an alternative to Soldier. If you're wanting that playstyle, but you're wanting a bit more damage and a bit less utility, I highly suggest her. She's now one of my favorite DPS. Not close. Yay, Sojourn. Alright, and last up we have Kiriko. Now, Kiriko is not available for competitive just because she was very, very recently added. But she's really fucking cool, like I have to say. I know it's a meme that, like, every Japanese Overwatch character is just like Genji and Hanzo, and that definitely is a little bit cheesy. I'm not gonna lie, Blizzard, step it up in that regard. But, like, her abilities are rad. She's got She's the second ever character. I might be wrong about this. I didn't Google it, but she's the second ever character to introduce any form of invulnerability or immortality with an ability, which I think is cool. When she first came out, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be kind of overpowered, but it actually isn't. It actually works pretty well. Her healing's cool. She's got a lot of damage, which I'm always up for supports with more damage, and she's got this teleport thing that is super satisfying to use, and her ultimate looks badass, and in my opinion, she is the best character added by far. She's super fun. I can't wait to see her in rank. Kiriko is cool. I'm gonna become a fox furry because of her. Mark my words. But yeah, so that's why Overwatch 2 is better than you thought. If you haven't given it a try, I suggest doing so. I'm not sponsored, I just actually think it's better than it could have been. It's free to play on Blizzard, so like I said, go give it a try, I guess. And yeah, thanks for watching my shitty video. Like and subscribe.